Welcome to BioRails. I'm going to log in with my username and password. And we'll reach the front-end dashboard. On here you can see there are links to various types of operation for the inventory manager, which is the role that I've logged in as. First of all, I want you to notice the three sample types that we've set up for this particular system. There's one for lots of compound. So that's batches of compound that have been synthesized or supplied from suppliers. There's chemical lots, which are the chemicals supplied by your reagent suppliers and available. And also biosamples, which are the samples that have been collected from various studies for an analysis inside of your organization. If we go to the first link, and I'll deliberately open this up in a different tab, we can see a list of the compound lots that are available. All of the properties of the compound lots are available as columns, and you can filter any of them by putting a search into the headers here. There are various different search operators that allow you to search for the inventory information, whether it's numeric or alphanumeric data. So these are the actual compound lots that have been registered. If I go to an individual compound lot, you can see the properties that lot has. So here we can see it's got a chemical name, it could have a lot number from the supplier itself, physical description, etc. All of these attributes are available and customizable for each type of inventory material that you have selected. You'll also notice these have a molecular mass, which is going to be used to calculate things like quantity, concentration, and other properties downstream from these. On the reports menu here, I can see a list of compound lot tubes that are available, and again I could select and search for ones containing a particular compound. So let's look at compound. So I want to just look at the ones with that. We found this container. So here's a container, a tube that contains this compound lot that you can see here. It's located, in this case, in position B4 inside of a rack, and you can see information about the compound lot itself, what's in the tube, so the quantity in the tube. If you'd like to see the history of the container, you can click on the history link. That will bring up a report that shows when the container was first taken, and then all of the transactions that have removed materials from this particular container. Let's go back to our tubes query, top here. That will show you all the tubes that are available in the system. And again, you can search them by what's in the container and their quantity information as well. If I go back to my home directory, you can see there I can search compound lots, the tubes that contain those compound lots. I can also make powder orders from those particular containers, or liquid orders for a certain concentration. The same is true of the chemical lots, so let's go and have a look at those. Here's a set of chemical lots. We've also loaded in safety sheets for these, so if you click on the safety data sheet area, it will open up the appropriate safety data sheet as a PDF file which has been loaded with that particular reagent. If we click on the reagent itself, it will show you the details. So again, we've got a different set of attributes that we've registered this particular one. If we want to go and look at see the tubes that contain this, they'll be in here. So here's a container that's got that particular one in, and you can see the quantity information that's in it and also its location. If we go to that particular location, you can see there's a hierarchy of different sites, labs, freezers, shelves that are available. If we click on an individual one, you can see the container that's within it. And I can do things like move it, bin it, or maybe I would like to do something with that container, decrement the amount of materials that are in it. Same is true of biosamples. So here we've got a set of biosamples that have come in from a particular customer, and they might contain isolates, DNA isolates, tissues, and other information. Let's go and have a look at one of these tissue-based ones. So here it is, it's telling us this container has come from our sponsor, which is Merck. There's a reference to the study and the treatment group and the animal and the collection date that this tissue came from. So you've got all the information you could use as part of a greater study. And again, I could order that biosample, so I could use it for a genetic study or something else. I could track the orders for both solid and liquid samples from those as well. The final 3 links are here to provide information about fulfilling the orders. So here, this is a link to an application which allows you to work with barcode readers, with balances, to capture the weight of the material as you dispense it into new containers and ship them to the client, for example, using the shipping. The whole thing is backed up by a series of audit trails. There's a container audit. There's also a standard audit for expired containers. So you can set this, if we go just the expired containers, for all the containers, for those that are released or withdrawn, coming up to expired as well. You can put extra date-based filters on them and it will take you to where the container is. Obviously you've got information about the quantity and location that those containers are in. So going and taking a pick list out to the labs to dispose of the expired containers is fairly straightforward. We've also got a container audit report as well, which again tracks the amount of information that's been used and where a container has been moved to or decremented during the study. All of those are available in there as different audit fields. Finally, we've got a sample genealogy report. This allows you to search for a particular sample and see all of the containers where that sample exists. So you could see, for example, where the original tube came in and then it was made up into a series of liquid containers, diluted onto a plate, dispensed for an assay, etc. All of that's available in this particular biosample report that we've got in here. So that's a quick preview. Hopefully that gives you a flavour for the BioRails inventory system, and we can follow up on more detailed descriptions and demos in further videos. Thank you.